Hello students, welcome back on behalf of Shiksha Mandal's GS College of Commerce, Wardha, and I am your subject teacher for Business Economics BCCA 3rd Sems. In earlier lectures we have seen, we have started our unit 3 with theory of production. What is actually production? Okay, we have seen the meaning and concept of production. So we will just revise. What is production? Production is a creation of utility, or production is a creation of physical asset. It means what? When something is produced, it means the goods and any commodity or a product which is for the betterment of the society. It means the need of the society, the human wants are satisfied with the help of production. Why the production is done? Why the production is undertaken? Just to fulfill the human wants. Okay, that is the very basic concepts or meaning of production. Now, the next part of our syllabus, that is the factors of production. Okay, what are the different factors of production? What are the productive factors of production which are utilized in the process of production? Now, when we talk about production, means as the commodity which is undertaken for the process of production, means production is a process. Okay, once you have decided to produce a table or a chair, it means you are a producer of that particular commodity, you are a producer of that particular product. So when you are doing that economic activity, then what kind of factors of production are required? That is the thing we are going to see here. So the factors of production. Now what are the factors of production? What are the different kinds of factors of production? Now these factors of production are necessary for the sake of production. If there are no factors of production, the production cannot be undertaken or production process cannot be started. So there are two types of resources. Factors of production has two types. Okay, that factors of production is the factors of production include, we will say, factors of production include natural resources and human resources. Means these resources are used for the process of production, for the need of production. Now again, these resources are defined in different heads. First is natural resources. The main thing you need to see here is what are the factors of production. These factors of production are land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. What are these? Land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. These are the main factor of production, and out of that, land, labor, capital are commonly used or commonly said that these are the factors of production. But this is again added in the latest sheet, that is entrepreneur. Because unless and until there is entrepreneur, these factors of production cannot be utilized. So, fourth factor is entrepreneur. With the help of land, labor and capital, the entrepreneur, the producer, the supplier, the seller is doing this activity. Okay, so the factors of production has different resources. So these two different resources are natural resources and human resources. And the natural resources is again defined in two types. That is the natural process which is found or which is there on the surface of land and below the surface of land. See, I am doing this topic very easy and clear so that you will understand in simple language. So, natural resources. On the surface of land, what are the resources available? On the below the surface of land, what are the resources available? And these resources are called as natural resources. Now, on the surface of land, what we get? We get water, river and sea water. Okay, main is water. That water is again river water and sea water. Then you get agricultural land. What is that? These are, we are talking about the natural resources, and these are the natural resources but on the surface and below the surface. Okay, on the surface of land the resources can be seen. Even below the surface of land, after going through a certain process, then we can see these resources. So on the surface of land, water, river or sea water, agricultural land or mountains. Okay, we have taken main resources. And here below the surface of land, coal, iron, silver or gold. All these things we get below the surface of land, not the on the surface or over the surface of land. So these are the three main factors of production: land, labor, capital, entrepreneur. And against this land, because land is a natural resource, and these natural resources are again divided into two parts, that is on the surface of land and below the surface of land. So I hope this is clear for you, right? So now we will move on to human resources. Now these human resources are again divided into labor, capital and entrepreneur. Labor means a human factor, okay, a person who is working in the process of production. Okay, there is a machinery, but to operate that machinery, the man is required, the person, a human being is required, and that is a labor. Okay, the labor is operating the machine, the labor is working in the process of production. So he is a, that is why it is called human resources. And these human resources, first we have seen labor, second is capital. Capital means the money invested for the process of production or for the need of production. Okay, so capital means finance, money or the input, we can say the money which is invested by the entrepreneur for the sake of business, that is what is capital. Okay, capital, you have heard this word before also. So capital is again a human resource. Then entrepreneur. Entrepreneur means the person who is getting things done by other, means he is a main person who is undertaking this activity of a production. So human resources are again divided into labor, capital and entrepreneur. So we have again defined, or we have drawn this table to understand what kind of rewards or what kind of yields, means what is the earning, what thing can be earned with the help of this different resources. Okay, different kinds of rewards or incentives are earned on the factors of production. What is that? Different kinds of rewards or incentives, or something can be yield or something can be earned with the help of these factors of production. Now why I am explaining all these in a simple language? So that the things we are going to see further, that should be very easy for you. So this is the table which shows the rewards or incentives which are earned on the different types of factors of production. So main thing you need to remember is, what are the factors of production? Factors of production, what are these? Main, land, labor, capital and entrepreneur or a producer. Okay, these are the main factors of production. But with the help of these factors of production, the incentives or rewards which are earned with the help of these factors of production, that we are going to see here. We have made this table with three columns. First is factors of production, second is incentives or rewards or yieldings on these factors of production, means what can be earned with the help of this factor. Then the nature of that reward. Okay, so first is land. On land, what kind of reward or what kind of incentives can be earned? That is rent. Okay, if you have a land available with you, on that land, okay, when the land is, means when the house is built on that particular land, then that land can be used for the purpose of rent. The land which is available and the building which is built on that particular land is used for the self-use also, means we are staying in home, okay, and that home is built on that particular land. But the home or a house which is available other than where you are staying, it means there are some homes which are specifically built for the purpose of rent. So what can be earned on that land? So rent can be earned on the land. And what is the nature of that reward? What is the nature of this incentive? The nature is fixed, means every month. Okay, for example, you might have a home or a house which is given on rent. So whatever the rent is earned, that rent is fixed at least for a year. Then there are some changes made according to the agreement of the rent, means the rent can be increased with help with 10% increase on the total rent. Means for example, in year 2020 if you are paying 5,000 rent, then in the year 2021 you need to pay 10% more of 5,000, so 5,500. This is what is example. Means, but the nature of reward or the nature of incentive on the land, that is rent, is fixed. Second is labor. Labor is working with some producer or with some entrepreneur, and the labor is earning or he is getting incentives in the form of wages. What he is getting? The laborers are earning or the laborers are receiving his yielding or his incentives in the form of wages, and those wages are also fixed. Okay, that is why this third is nature of reward. Here rent is also fixed. Here in case of labor, wages are earned and these wages are also fixed. Third is capital. Capital means the savings, investment or money which is used for the purpose of production. Okay, that is also called capital. But other than that, if you have some extra money, okay, the money which is remaining with you, the available money which you are using for the future use, okay, that money or that investment is made in the form of policies, that investment is made in the form of recurring deposits or anything else, means the amount which you are having, the extra amount which you are having, that you are earning, means the savings or on the savings or the investment, the interest is earned, okay, or the capital. The producer who is earning a profit and he is keeping that amount in any bank or in any financial institution, and on that he is earning interest. Okay, the form of money which he is earning is interest, and that is why the incentives or reward is called interest. So on capital, interest is earned, and that the nature of that reward or the nature of that incentive is also fixed. The fourth is entrepreneur, the main person who is involved in the production activity or a producer. He is earning what kind of incentives or reward he is earning is profit. Main is that is profit, and this profit is always fluctuating or variable. Okay, after completing the production process, when the products are sold, the commodities are sold in the market. So as we have seen in the law of supply, what a seller or producer is doing, he is not selling his complete commodities or complete product in one stroke. Considering the profit margins in the market, considering the situations in the market, he is selling his product. Okay, so may be possible that in a first stroke or in a first in a first lot, for example, he have sold 500 kgs of rice. On that he might have earned 1,000 of profit, but in the next lot he have again sold 500 kgs of rice, but on that, because of the rate, okay, because of the price, he may be earning more profit on the next lot of 500 kgs of rice. So that is why it is called the profit is fluctuating or a variable. So the entrepreneur, the incentives and reward he is earning is in the form of profit, and that profit is fluctuating or it is a variable, means the nature of that reward, the nature of the reward profit is fluctuating or it is variable. Okay, right? So I am giving you, explaining you all these factors of production in a very simple and easy way, so that it is easier for you to understand. Because here the short term, long term, the law of variable proportion and the things which are going to see further are little difficult or little tough. So try to understand these topics very clearly, so that the other things you can understand more easily. So, what we have seen today? The factors of production. What are these main factors of production? Land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. Again, these resources are natural resources and human resources. The natural resources, what is the natural resource? First of all, land is the natural resource, and that land is again divided into two parts. Means on the surface of land, what are the natural resources? Below the surface of land, what are the natural resources? Okay, water, sea water or a river water, agricultural land and mountains. And below the surface of land, what you see or what natural resources are there? Coal, iron, silver and gold. So this is what we have seen. And again we have seen the human resources. What are the human resources? Labor, capital and entrepreneur. So actually these four factors of production are divided in this way. So factors of production: land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. We have taken all these factors of production together here, and what are the different kinds of rewards or incentives are earned on these different factors of production. On land, you earn rent, and that rent is fixed. Labor, who earns wages, these wages are also fixed. The capital, on the capital factor of production, interest is earned and that interest is fixed. Only the factor of production is entrepreneur or a producer who earns profit, and that is the only variable or a fluctuating factor. So this is enough for today. In next lecture we will see what are the features of these different factors of production. Thank you.